What is up, guys? My name is Bailey and welcome back to another one of my videos. In this video, I just wanted to go over my M2 Pro miner and its earnings. Now, I've had this miner ever since July 15th of 2021. Today is February 11th of 2022, so it's been about 8 months or so ever since I've installed this M2 Pro miner. So I wanted to jump into this video to show you guys how much it's mined as far as MXC and also how much it's mined as far as the Bitcoin, as it did roll out the Bitcoin mining just a few months ago. So I wanted to dive deep into the earnings and show you guys whether or not it's still worth buying one of these M2 Pro miners. Now, before I jump into my DataDash app on my phone, if you guys enjoy this type of content, make sure you smash that like button for me. If you guys have any questions at all regarding anything I mentioned in the video, make sure to leave it down in the description down below. And without any further ado, let's just jump straight into my phone and the DataDash app to show you guys how much MXC and Bitcoin it's mined. So here is the DataDash app. I am on the home screen and it does go over all of the information that you want to see. So if you guys don't want to watch the rest of the video, all the information is already here posted on the home screen. But if you guys want to see how much MXC it's mined day after day, make sure to stay tuned until the end of the video where I go over all that information. So you guys can see that on the very top right here, it says my wallet. I have 0 MXC in my wallet because I don't have any MXC in my wallet, but I do have MXC on my miner, and you guys can see that near the bottom, which I'll go over in a little bit. But right under that, it does state the BTC, which is Bitcoin, and it has mined 0.00125,367 Bitcoin. Now, with the Bitcoin mining, it's been active for about 3 months or so. So I'm going to jump into the Bitcoin tab to kind of show you guys what's going on here. So you guys can see that I did have to lock my MXC, and I had to lock 6,000 MXC in order to do the Bitcoin mining with the M2 Pro miner. So right now, the price of Bitcoin is about $43,500 for one Bitcoin. So just doing some math here, I'm going to jump into my calculator and do 43,500, multiply that by the amount of Bitcoin that I have, which is 0.00125, 0.00125. Let's go back in, and it's 367. So if I hit enter, the amount of Bitcoin that it's mined passively by locking my 6,000 MXC is about $54 worth. So with locking the 6,000 MXC, I just want to show you guys how much that potentially would be right now with today's cost. The current price of MXC is about 9.6 cents as of today. So I'm going to multiply that by 9.6 cents. And that's about $576. However, when I did buy it, I don't remember the exact amount. I want to say it was at about 5 cents or so. So let's take 5 cents and multiply that by 6,000 MXC. So I paid about $300 worth of MXC that I had to lock into my account, as well as some gas fees on top of that in order to earn the $50 or so in Bitcoin. So if you guys also have an M2 Pro miner, I would love to hear how much Bitcoin you guys have mined on your M2 Pro miner, because only mining about $50 in about 3 months or so seems like a very, very low amount. But maybe it's just me. Maybe some other miners out there are mining more, but I want to hear how your miners are performing. So let's jump back into the DataDash app and let's go to the home tab and let's jump into the MXC here. So you guys can see that the total mined MXC is sitting at 51,354.19 MXC. The health score is at 100%. Fuel tank is at 100%. I haven't pulled anything out on my account. Obviously, if you guys are into the MXC project, you guys know that if you pull anything out, it does affect your health score and you will start earning less MXC in the future. So that's why I've left everything in my account, because I want to maximize the amount of MXC that I'm mining every single day, as well as knowing that this is a long-term project. If this does get to $1, then the amount of MXC that I have is pretty much equated to the monetary value. So if MXC ever hits $1, right now with the current amount of MXC that I have, I'd have about $51,000. Now that's very, very bullish, but you know, you really never know with cryptocurrencies. There's always high risk, high reward. So with that, I want to show you guys how much that equates to in the monetary value as of today's price. So let's go back into the calculator and multiply the 9.6 cents. Whoops, not 96 cents. 9.6 cents. Multiply that by 51,354. So that would be a total of $4,929. So close to $5,000 of MXC mined. Now, if you added the Bitcoin mine on top of that, then it'd be closer to that $5,000. So with the $5,000 earnings, if I was to sell everything today, I would net a profit of about $2,000, since the miner itself did cost me about $3,000. So in about 8 months time frame, I've made my return on investment and I have made a profit. But like I said, I'm not selling anything now. I am holding long term. And if I do hold long term, my miner will continue to mine even more MXC. So I'll have more to sell in the future. So keep that amount in your head. Let's jump back into the DataDash app and let's go over how much it's mined every single day. So let's go into the miner itself. It does say offline. This is a little finicky. I'm going to refresh it here and you guys can see that it does now say online. And I say this in every single one of my videos. I don't know why the app is so finicky. They should update all that and kind of fix what's wrong with it. If the miner is online, it should just stay online instead of showing it being offline and you having to refresh the page in order to show the correct status. But it is what it is. Hopefully they do address this issue. But let's go ahead and jump into the miner and look at the earnings every single day. So you guys can see that the uptime, it's always at 100%. The only issues I've had were a few months ago when I had a power outage and an internet outage. So it does shut down the miner. But regardless, it has always been at 100%. So that is pretty much what you got to keep in mind, is that I always have it plugged in, which I don't know why you wouldn't always have it plugged in and connected to the internet. But let's go ahead and jump into the revenue tab here at the very top and show you guys the revenue. So the weekly amount as of today, it's mined 794 MXC every single week, and multiplying it with the current price of MXC, you're making about $76 every single week by just letting this be plugged in if you were to sell your MXC. Now that is pretty good. Actually, it's very good in my opinion, as it is a low power miner. It consumes almost no power at all. So $76 is this passive income coming into your wallet. So let's go back in and let's go into the See All tab and kind of look at how much MXC it's mining every single day and giving you guys kind of an update as how much it's decreasing, because every time the MXC price goes up, you do mine less, as you only mine the $10 to $14 every single day. So if the price goes up, the amount of MXC you're mining will come down. If the MXC price goes down, the amount of MXC you're mining every day goes up. So hopefully that makes sense, but you guys can see that I did start here in July, and I did start in the middle of the month, so that's why it's not showing a lot. But in July, it's mined about 7,739 MXC. In August, it's mined 10,098 MXC. And then you guys can kind of see the fluctuation here in September, October, November, December, January, and February. Now, February is pretty low, as February has just begun. It is still the beginning of February, and there's also less days in February. So that bar will be a little bit lower than the other months. So that's just something to keep in mind. When I started mining, it was about 2 to 3 cents. So having that big jump does decrease the amount of MXC you're mining. So I'm just going to scroll back all the way to the very beginning here. So at one point I was making about 300 every single day, 400 every single day if you go even further, and that's about it. So the highest was about 450 or so MXC per day, which is great. So even if the MXC price goes down, it doesn't really affect me because I am holding long term. Now, if you guys want to buy one of these M2 Pro miners, I'll leave all the links down in the description down below. You can even buy on Amazon as well if you guys are worried about them scamming you. If they don't end up shipping you the product for whatever reason, you can just call Amazon and have them cancel the order. So it's just a little more of a safety precaution if you buy through Amazon. And on top of it, it does support the channel, as I do get a commission if you buy through Amazon. So if you guys enjoy this type of content, make sure to smash that like button for me. If you guys have any questions at all regarding this or anything I mentioned in the video, drop it down in the comment section down below, and I'll catch you guys all in the next video. Peace.